Hi, my name is Rajas Karandikar, and I lead the SMB business for AWS in Singapore. I'm going to speak to you today about how SMBs and other organizations can transform their business through cost-effective data analytics. As the business landscape gets more complex and we generate more data faster than ever before, businesses are presented with an opportunity to invest and stay ahead of the curve through data analytics. Done right, analytics will lead to data-driven decision-making. In this session, we'll discover how SMBs are using data analytics in a cost-effective manner to deliver on their business outcomes. We will also hear from Optic Melawai and our partner Deloitte about their experience of running Optic Melawai's data platform on AWS. In this session, we will start by talking about how companies can gain a competitive advantage by transforming their decision-making through data in an economy of intelligence. We'll talk about key challenges that companies face in correctly utilizing data available and how a modern analytics platform can solve some of those challenges. I will share the business impact of running your data platform on AWS. And we'll also talk about how SMBs across industries are using data analytics to transform their business. Data is rapidly becoming a strategic asset for every organization. To thrive in this digital era, businesses of all sizes need to know their customers better, make their operations efficient, reduce business risk, and do effective strategic planning. Successful digital transformation relies on converting data into actionable insights. Those that can achieve this economy of intelligence will have a competitive advantage, just as those organizations in the past that achieved economies of scale and used that as an advantage over their peers. Businesses want more value from their data to improve customer experience, operational efficiency, reporting, as well as planning. However, this data is coming from newer sources. It's increasingly diverse and it's growing exponentially. This data needs to be used by multiple business stakeholders across the organization and therefore needs to be managed by many different applications. Although customers want more value from their data, they face challenges in converting the data from information to knowledge to wisdom. Over the years, customers have accumulated a lot of data. However, that data lives in different silos, and it's really hard to do analytics when your data is stuck in different silos. Silos cause multiple problems. The data needed for a given workload may be split across multiple silos and therefore becomes inaccessible. The silo where the data lives might not meet the price performance requirements for a given workload. Moreover, the silos may require different management, security, and authorization approaches, increasing operational cost and risk. Now that we've identified some of the challenges that companies face in harnessing the power of data, let's take a look at how AWS helps solve those problems. Customers are moving to a modern data architecture for analytics as shown in the diagram. This architecture enables customers to rapidly build a scalable data lake and utilize purpose-built data services to serve diverse use cases like creating dashboards, analyzing logs, big data processing, data warehousing, and also applying machine learning. Customers can easily move data between the data lake and the purpose-built data services while setting up governance and compliance in a unified way to secure, monitor, and manage access to the data. Also, scaling systems at a low cost without compromising on performance. Each component in a modern data architecture has AWS services that provide customers with performance and scale at low cost. It starts with Amazon S3, our simple storage service. Customers have been building data lakes on S3 longer than any other cloud provider, and today, more data lakes run on AWS than anywhere else. Customers can use Athena, an interactive query service, to analyze all their data. In addition to the data lake, customers use a combination of our purpose-built database and analytics services like Elastic MapReduce, Amazon OpenSearch, and Redshift to ensure that they're using the right tool for the right job to get high performance and scale at the lowest possible cost. To move the data between these systems, they use AWS Glue, our serverless data integration services. And finally, they use AWS Lake Formation to manage the security and governance of all their data, regardless of whether it sits in the data lake or in purpose-built data stores. AWS offers the broadest and most complete set of machine learning services along with cloud infrastructure, so that we can put machine learning in the hands of every developer, data scientist, and expert practitioner. The bottom layer with ML frameworks is for expert machine learning practitioners. AWS offers a broad array of compute options with powerful GPU-based instances, compute and memory-optimized instances. We have enabled enterprises and companies to be able to scale machine learning by making machine learning accessible for everyday developers and scientists through Amazon SageMaker, which removes the heavy lifting, complexity, and guesswork from each step of the machine learning process. At the top layer are AI services, which are ready-made for all developers with or without ML skills. Now let's talk about the business and commercial value of running your data platform on AWS. IDC conducted a study with organizations across the world to analyze the business value of benefits for SMBs and larger organizations using AWS data analytics and machine learning. IDC calculated that organizations that use AWS data services will achieve average annual benefits of $100,000 per business application, which would result in a 5-year return on investment of 415%, along with a 48% reduction in the cost of operations, along with a 42% reduction in the IT infrastructure cost. Looking at these results in more detail, companies attributed improved business results to agility, scalability, automation, and other performance benefits. The value of higher user productivity was $40,000 per business application. IT staff require less time to deploy, manage, and support data warehousing and analytics on AWS compared to their legacy infrastructure. IDC projects that the value of saving time of IT staff and improving productivity is an average of $33,000 per application. Because services themselves cost less on AWS, there is a benefit of $21,000 per application. And fewer unplanned outages affecting business improves user productivity at an average of more than $5,000 per application. Let's focus on productivity enhancements for big data and analytics IT support teams. These professionals are typically involved in a range of routine tasks on a day-to-day basis, such as monitoring and troubleshooting activities that are now largely handled by AWS. IDC shows substantial improvements were realized in all key areas, especially for monitoring, troubleshooting, and management. These improvements can be attributed to staff members needing to focus less on managing the data lake or managing the hardware behind the big data environment. This time saved by IT and data teams can be repurposed to more strategic projects designed to get bigger value from data. After deployment on AWS, the annual frequency of outages was reduced from over 19 to less than 5, representing a substantial improvement. In addition, when these incidents did occur, the time needed to resolve them was reduced from over 5 hours to less than an hour, an 84% improvement. Now that we've looked at the business value of running your data platform on AWS, let's take a look at how data analytics is transforming SMBs across industries. Starting with manufacturing, Vyaire is a medical device manufacturer who run their data platform on AWS. During the pandemic, the demand for ventilators increased exponentially. Not only were they able to scale production to meet a 20 times increase in demand, and they enabled fulfillment of 60,000 ventilators in 3 months. They were also able to reduce the first pass failure rate of ventilators by 60% using the AWS data platform. BERT is a company that serves the online advertising market. BERT increased its data intelligence and analytics capabilities by running complex data models on the AWS services stack. They reduced time to onboard new customers by more than half while reducing infrastructure costs by 50%. Inchcape, a global provider of port services, used the AWS data platform to provide customers real-time updates, enabling them to optimize operations as well as to reduce overhead costs. Dollar Shave Club, an e-commerce company, has delivered razors and other personal grooming products to millions of customers. They built a modern data platform on AWS to personalize recommendations for customers and run targeted campaigns for customers. Through AWS services, they reduced reporting time from 8 hours to under 5 minutes, and therefore are able to produce multiple reports per day in order to make faster business decisions about marketing campaigns as well as strategy. DHI, a technology company operating a career marketplaces for technology, finance, and security cleared professionals to connect with their employers, migrated their data warehouses to Amazon Redshift and their databases to Amazon Aurora. They can now easily deliver specialized insights and relevant connections to customers. Their new solution scaled to more than 7 times the data volume, delivered a 20 times increase in performance, leading to a 90% reduction in time to insights and a 66% reduction in cost. Now let's hear from Optic Melawai, a customer in Indonesia, and their partner Deloitte on how they transformed their business on AWS.
Halo semua, saya Edianto Hadisuryo, Managing Director dari Optic Melawai Group. Pada kesempatan ini, saya ingin berbagi mengenai perjalanan Optic Melawai, dari sejak berdiri hingga saat ini, dan pengalaman kami melakukan proses digital transformation dengan AWS sebagai salah satu partner utama. Selain kerja keras dan strategi yang tepat, kesuksesan sebuah bisnis seringkali didukung oleh pemilihan waktu yang tepat dan keberuntungan. Hal ini terjadi pada Optic Melawai, yang pada tahun 1981 didirikan oleh Bapak Budi Purnomo Hadisuryo dan pada tahun ini berusia 40 tahun. Secara kebetulan, Pak Budi menamakan tokonya berdasarkan nama jalan, di mana toko ini didirikan pertama kali, yaitu Jalan Melawai Raya. Sebuah nama yang konon katanya akan membangkitkan ketelitian, kehati-hatian, dan kemampuan beradaptasi. Nama ini ternyata sangat tepat menjadi nama dari Optic Melawai. Bertahun-tahun dengan dedikasi, keuletan, kerja keras, dan ketabahan yang luar biasa, Optic Melawai telah banyak berkembang menjadi suatu brand optik yang dikenal dan terpercaya di Indonesia, dengan memiliki lebih dari 300 cabang dan menjadi standar kualitas produk dan layanan di seluruh komunitas optik. Hampir tidak ada orang di Indonesia yang tidak mengenal Optic Melawai. Sejak awal, Optic Melawai telah menonjol di industri ini dengan segala macam terobosan yang dilakukan. Kami adalah perusahaan optik pertama yang memperkenalkan desain modern dengan suasana toko yang nyaman, dan selalu menggunakan peralatan refleksi yang paling canggih. Kami juga pelopor toko optik pertama yang dibuka di mall, sebuah konsep yang relatif baru pada saat itu. Selalu mengembangkan diri dan memperlakukan karyawan seperti keluarga sangat penting bagi budaya perusahaan kami. Hal ini ditekankan sejak dari proses perekrutan, pelatihan produk, dan di semua kegiatan di perusahaan. Saat ini Optic Melawai memiliki lebih dari 2.000 karyawan dan terus memuaskan konsumennya dengan berbagai produk berkualitas tinggi, layanan yang unggul, dan harga yang transparan serta kompetitif. Kami juga mengoperasikan laboratorium RX sendiri yang bisa memberikan produk yang inovatif dan berkualitas, serta pelayanan yang cepat untuk pelanggan. Inovasi sangat penting, terutama di masa seperti saat ini, di mana teknologi dan kebutuhan pasar berubah sangat cepat. Sebagai market leader, kami selalu berusaha untuk menjadi yang terdepan dan terbaik dalam memberikan produk-produk yang menggunakan desain, teknologi, dan produksi yang terbaik dan terbaru. Kami selalu bekerja keras untuk selalu mengutamakan pelanggan kami. Hal ini semakin tidak mudah dengan adanya pandemi COVID-19 yang mengakibatkan berbagai pembatasan sosial, waktu operasional toko yang terbatas, dan juga pembatasan kapasitas pengunjung toko, khususnya di mal-mal. Ini menjadi suatu tantangan besar untuk bisa tetap terhubung dengan konsumen. Namun, prinsip kami adalah di mana ada kemauan, pasti ada jalan. Saya berpikir bahwa setiap tantangan pasti akan menghadirkan peluang. Saya yakin pandemi COVID-19 akan dikenang sebagai salah satu tantangan terbesar dalam hidup kita. Ini adalah waktu pengujian dan akan menjadi survival of the fittest. Kita harus meramping dan efisien untuk mengatasi tantangan ini. Akan tetapi, pada saat yang sama, kita juga menggunakan ini sebagai kesempatan untuk meninjau proses bisnis kami, meningkatkan sistem informasi yang kami gunakan, dan meningkatkan kehadiran, kemampuan, dan kelengkapan digital kami, seperti website, online store, YouTube, dan Instagram. Peningkatan kemampuan digital ini akan menjadikan kami lebih baik dan lebih kuat, dan semakin mendekatkan kami dengan pelanggan kami di akhir pandemi nanti. Ada 3 kiat yang perlu dijalankan untuk menghadapi tantangan pandemi ini. Bilin, merampingkan organisasi Anda dan memotong semua pengeluaran yang tidak perlu. Get connected, fokus dan tingkatkan kehadiran online Anda melalui situs web, buletin, platform media sosial, dan sebagainya. Stay innovative, gunakan teknologi terbaru seperti artificial intelligence dan machine learning untuk meningkatkan bisnis Anda dan memberikan rekomendasi yang terbaik bagi pelanggan Anda. Untuk implementasi 3 kiat tersebut, sejak awal tahun lalu, walaupun sedang terjadi pandemi, kami telah berkomitmen untuk melakukan proses digital transformation di semua bagian perusahaan. Proses ini dimulai dengan memindahkan server kami yang selama ini on-premise menjadi cloud-based, dengan menunjuk AWS Indonesia sebagai partner. Kami meningkatkan strategi jalur digital seperti e-commerce dan marketplace, membuat konten digital untuk mempublikasikan produk, promosi, serta berbagai informasi seperti informasi tentang toko, feature website, dan juga tentang kesehatan mata. Kami menyempurnakan fasilitas virtual try-on, di mana konsumen dapat mencoba beragam produk eyewear kami tanpa harus pergi ke toko. Selain memindahkan server kami ke cloud, kami juga akan mengimplementasikan sistem SAP untuk mengintegrasikan semua proses bisnis, dari supply chain, marketing, accounting, dan juga human resource. Terakhir, kami juga sedang mengembangkan penggunaan teknologi AI Big Data Analytics untuk membantu proses analisa dan informasi yang akurat di beberapa kebutuhan bisnis proses kami. Project Big Data Analytics ini merupakan bagian dari teknologi Artificial Intelligence atau Machine Learning, di mana kita bekerja sama dengan Deloitte Consulting untuk membuat Central Data Warehouse di Cloud AWS. Central Data Warehouse ini tidak hanya menampung data dari SAP dan POS kami, tetapi juga data-data lain seperti marketing, merchandising, produksi, sosial media, dan lain-lain. Kami juga akan menggunakan semua service atau teknologi yang telah tersedia di AWS untuk mengembangkan Project Big Data Analytics, di mana teknologi yang sama telah digunakan untuk membuat rekomendasi belanja di Amazon, e-commerce terbesar di Amerika dan di dunia. Optik Melawai akan menggunakan platform Big Data Analytics ini antara lain untuk consumer segmentation, instant personalized product recommendation, upselling dan cross-selling, distribution, dan stock optimization. Selain itu, dengan Big Data Analytics ini, kita akan membuat dashboard dan visualisasi untuk menganalisa beberapa sumber data yang berbeda atau cross platform. Ini akan sangat sulit untuk dilakukan saat ini, misalnya membandingkan dan menganalisa data keuangan, data produksi, komen atau review dari customer mengenai staf toko dan data HRD, membandingkan dan menganalisa data accounting, marketing, dan merchandising dari wilayah dan tahun yang berbeda. Semua akan dapat dianalisa dan dibandingkan dengan mudah. Untuk detail teknis pelaksanaan proyek ini akan dijelaskan oleh Pak Rio Ricardo dari Deloitte. Sesuai dengan slogan kami, yaitu When You Expect the Very Best, yang berarti kualitas merupakan inti dari semua hal yang kita lakukan, mulai dari produk hingga ke pelayanan. Maka, kami juga akan terus berusaha untuk memberikan apa yang terbaik untuk ditawarkan kepada konsumen, melalui penggunaan teknologi yang selalu berkembang setiap waktu. Semoga kita bisa selalu saling mendukung sebagai partner. Terima kasih sudah menyaksikan seksi kami.
Hello all, welcome to the AWS Asian Summit 2022. I'm Rio Ricardo, AI and Data Director of Deloitte Consulting Southeast Asia. On this prestigious occasion, I would like to share about the digital journey of transformation in data and analytics at iconic client, Optik Melawai, with the collaboration of the AWS platform and Deloitte Consulting. We are proud to provide our best services together with AWS to clients as evidenced by the award given by AWS to us as a partner of the year in 2021 and has been recognized by Gartner as a leader in cloud-based data analytics and transformation services. This award we received is a proof of our best support for various lines of the company from strategy to information technology. Deloitte Consulting is proud to assist Optik Melawai in developing an analytic-driven retail solution based on the big data to personalize its customer, such as conducting ML-based segmentation, product recommendation, and identification of upsell and cross-sell. This was followed by optimization of distribution and inventory planning, and getting insight from unstructured data by extracting text from external source and questionnaires. Optik Melawai is committed to continuing to innovate and transform in providing the best services for its consumer, turning their data into use case that provide added value for the company. The retail industry is closely related to the customer. To be able to be top of the minds of many companies, the personalization of its customer is important. Optik Melawai realized with intense competition and growing competitive consumer demand, they need a solution that can be strategic in interacting with customer. 3 solutions we provided to understand customer segmentation, offer product recommendation, and cross-sell and upsell that can be accessed via the dashboard, e-commerce, and other omnichannel. With AWS technology, such as AWS SageMaker, machine learning creation and modeling capabilities are easily deployed and managed within the AWS platform, providing insight into customer interaction. AWS is also bringing state-of-the-art solution from its experience, providing recommendation on Amazon sites through the Amazon personalized solution. With this AWS platform, the creation of recommendation engine can be done by providing configuration and management in one of the solutions. Generate recommendations that are accurate and easily adapted to business needs. Optik Melawai's data analytic journey doesn't end just for consumer. Optik Melawai realized the crucial role of the supply chain and becomes an important role to run its daily business. We built a solution that will consolidate stock movement, buying and selling, down to the store and SKU level, and it's supported by forecasting demand through the demand sensing. Both will be simulated to find out the best possibility that Optik Melawai can plan. With the proven capability of Amazon Forecast that is used by Amazon.com, easily provide that capability to forecast the demand required by Optik Melawai down to the store level. Then mathematical modeling is performed to create algorithm from several scenarios that will be displayed on the QuickSight dashboard. With data and analytic capabilities from the consumer and operation side, Optik Melawai does not stop innovating. Realizing the hidden potential of unstructured data sources, Optik Melawai has started its journey in doing text analytics. We offer text analytic capability that can understand what are the main point of consumer and their sentiment in a faster time. So, Optik Melawai can focus on finding improvement and innovation that can be made. Deloitte Consulting has assets in the form of text analytics using Indonesian language NLP. which is ready to be deployed and running on AWS platform that will use Glue, Lambda, and Redshift as the main components. This asset will provide sentiment and important topics that will be analyzed regularly through the QuickSight dashboard. In closing, in an era where everything is dynamic, consumer is today era look up to retailers to understand what they need in detail. And the retail industry must answer this challenge to be a success in the market. If you are interested in finding out more about how Deloitte Consulting and AWS are helping to solve the most complex problem in your industry through data and analytics, don't hesitate to contact us. We are ready to help you and bring the best of our experience and expertise. See you in the session with other Deloitte Consulting.
Do you want to build a data vision and strategy? Through the AWS Data-Driven Everything program, we partner with our customers to harness data for improved business outcomes. This program can help you get started with your data journey on AWS. Do you have an existing strategy but you need help in executing? Consider the AWS Data Lab. The AWS Data Lab offers accelerated joint engineering engagements between customers and AWS technical resources to create tangible deliverables that accelerate data and analytics modernization initiatives. To gain more confidence and hands-on experience with AWS, access the digital training built by AWS experts. Attend our instructor-led classes by qualified AWS instructors and learn how to design, deploy, and operate highly available, cost-effective, and secure applications on AWS. Validate your technical expertise with AWS and use practice exams to help you prepare for AWS certifications. Thank you again for attending, and we really appreciate your feedback so that we can better understand the topics and services you'd like to know more about. So please do take the time and fill out our survey and let us know what you think.